Classes with Miss Brookie. Classes so much fun with Miss Brookie. Classes with Miss Brookie.
Welcome back, guys, to the Art Studio Home Edition once again. So, first off, I was going to answer a question somebody had for me. They said, why are you wearing a hat in every video? And I'll tell you why. What can I not do when I'm at school? Wear a hat. I also can't wear jeans. So I've been being more casual with my look, but I love hats. So I've been kind of bummed about not being at Heathwood, especially with you guys. So I've been trying to make myself a little bit happier by wearing a hat every day. So you can try that. Do something that you can't do at Heathwood, but you can do at home. It kind of helps you not feel so, I guess, not homesick, but I guess we could call it Heathwood sick or school sick. Okay, so that answered that question. So for today's lesson, I have been inspired recently by something outside. And I kind of brought it up when we did the outdoor challenge, and I showed you a picture of a beetle. I have been painting beetles nonstop since. I have no idea why. Guess it's my Beetlemania. So we are going to make our own Beetlemania today, and I saw a lesson online, and I kind of changed it around for us Heathwood style. Okay, so we are going to be making beetles. Let's get creative. Okay, here comes the part of the episode where we talk about art mediums and materials. Okay, today we're going to kind of talk about what you have at home and what you don't have at home. So that might change up how you're going to do this. Okay, you're going to need a pencil, of course, to draw first. I'm going to, of course, draw with a Sharpie so you can see it. Now, if you don't have a Sharpie or your parents don't let you use one, you're going to draw with a crayon, a black crayon. That just makes sure your beetle pops, okay? So either Sharpie or a black crayon. Got it? Okay. So to color in our beetles, we're going to use crayons because we're going to make a resist later with our watercolors. If you have oil pastels, that's how we would actually do it in the art studio. But if you don't, crayons will do. Okay. Next thing are watercolors. I heard back from a lot of you that you do have watercolors at home, and that's awesome. Use those watercolors, and that's what I'm going to use today. If you don't, we can use our marker hack. Of course, you're going to need a paintbrush and water to make those watercolors happen. Okay? Oh, and obviously a piece of paper. If you have watercolor paper or thick paper at home, you may use it. If not, copy paper will do. And then, of course, something to be underneath it so you don't mess up your mom and dad's awesome table. Got it? Or desk or wherever you're doing it. You just don't want to mess up things. I think your parents will appreciate that. Okay, go get it and come back. I hope you found everything. If you didn't, we can always sub different art mediums for what you have at your house. So just remember that. If you do your best work, it does not matter how you color this in. Okay, so first things first, we are going to draw our beetle. And I'm going to draw one beetle right in the middle, and I'm going to show you kind of how all the different beetles are going to look. And you get to change it up how you like it, okay? So this is your time to be creative. So our first thing let's do, we're going to draw our main beetle, which is in the middle. And I'm just going to draw one circle and kind of jump over a little bit and make another circle. What do you think we just made? Hopefully you just said 2 eyes of our beetle. And I'm just going to connect them with kind of like an arc or a little bit of a frowny face. We're going to come down and finish this beetle's head. Okay? And then we're going to make another part of his body. I kind of like squished, I don't know what you would call that kind of shape. If you have a good idea of what that should be called, let me know. And then let's do the big part of his body, which is going to just come down. You make one arc, and you come down and meet it, and you've got a beetle shape. I'm going to kind of slice him in half just a little bit, and I kind of make a curved line. And now here comes the fun part. We're going to get to make it our own. Now we know that beetles are insects. So even if we're making funky, not realistic beetles, we're going to try to make them look like insects. So we need how many legs? Dun, 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 6 legs. That's right. That makes it an insect. And these are how we're going to do our legs. We're going to make triangle, line up. Okay? Triangle, line up. So we have dos. Now we need trace. So I'm going to kind of come in the middle, make a longer triangle that comes pointed down, because I like to have 2 go up and 4 go down. Make another one on that side, and then we're just gonna go line, line, and little feet come out. Okay, now we're gonna do his bottom of his legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now here comes the different parts how you can add. I'm gonna add kind of his little chomper things at the. I obviously don't know a lot about beetles. Maybe I need to research, guys. I think this might be a good time. Little mouth, little claw things up there. And then I'm going to kind of just make a design. And since these aren't realistic beetles, you guys can make what kind of designs you want on the inside. It just needs to be something that's cohesive. So that means I wouldn't do like circle, 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 and then all of a sudden like squiggly lines. I would want to make it look really good. So I'm going to make mine have, what did I just make? Kind of like those for these. But like I said, these can be however you like. You can make stripes, you can make hearts, stars. Just think about how you would like your design to be, because these are designed different ways. Okay, so now that we kind of have the shape of the beetle, we can kind of move around and make different beetles different ways. And I kind of like my beetles coming some out of the page. So we're going to start, maybe I want this beetle to come from here, and he's going to have wings. So I'm going to start the same thing, 2 eyes, and you can make your eyes smaller on this one if you want, or you can make them have bigger eyes. That's up to you. I finish making the head, other part of his body, and then I'm going to make it come all the way off the page, like he's flying in, and I'm going to make the wings come out, kind of like that. Make that line. And this guy, he might have some stripes on his wings. Okay, I'm just kind of, well, I kind of looked up and did not do it. Now I'm going to make some more wings come out. If I want to, there we go. And I kind of just keep on adding details. Okay, I'm going to keep on adding and fast forwarding so you can kind of see the different way I make them pop up. But we're going to fast forward it so you don't have to sit here and watch me do 4 or 5 beetles. Got it? Okay. And while you draw, I would suggest listening to one of the greatest bands ever, the Beatles. Woohoo! Ask Alexa. Now here comes my favorite thing in the world is fast forward drawing. Guys, I love it. I don't know why. So if you notice, I'm still going around my paper, making sure I fill in and do different kind of design work. I want you to notice that each beetle looks different. That's what we want. We want each beetle to be very different. I wanted a big guy in the corner, so I just drew a giant one in the corner. So you can do that too. Okay, get to it. Okay, so by now you should have your Beetlemania everywhere. You should have beetles coming out from the sides, on the inside, everywhere you wanted. And it doesn't have to look just like mine, does it? No, we said it did not need to. Okay, so if you notice, sometimes I went back, and I'm going to even go back and color in my eyes over here. See, they look kind of silly without that. Okay, so we're going to color in using a crayon, and we want to talk about using a crayon. If we use crayons, we want to make sure that we are bearing down, which means pushing down hard, because if we make a light mark, it won't be bold and pop. So that's why when I go and I grab a color, I want to make sure that when I color in, I'm pushing down. See how if I do it lightly, can you see it? Now I push down. See, usually that's why we use oil pastels, because they're a little bit bolder and brighter, and you don't have to push down so hard. But again, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I took my oil pastels home, to school, and I don't have them at home. So I don't even have a pair up to set here. So that's why I've been using crayons myself. So, like I said, it is okay. So we're going to go back, and we're going to color everything. I'm going to fast forward it so you can enjoy that and not have to sit here and watch me color. Okay? And it's supersonic coloring time. So if you notice, I'm still bearing down really hard even though I'm going fast forward and making sure those colors pop. Also, I know it hurts your hand after a while pushing down so hard. So if you notice sometimes, well, you can't really see it in this, but I stop and I shake my hand out just to kind of get it working out because I know it hurts after a while. Okay, we are all colored now. So now it's time to use our watercolors. Remember, if you don't have watercolors, you can always use this. So remember, you just color it, and then you just wet the marker that you just used. Okay, so I have my brush. I'm using a big brush because remember, since we're not doing any details, we just are making a background with this. Okay, so that's why I'm using a big brush. I'm gonna dip, paint, and since this is a resist, what happens? If I paint over it, it stays. Just like an oil pastel, a crayon will do the same thing. It resists it. It says, hey, no, I was here first. Step back. Okay, so all I'm doing now is painting it in and doing that. I am so proud of you guys. You guys have been turning in amazing work. And if you notice when you watch our very, very special episode of the challenge this week, that a lot of your work is actually on there. It's for the whole world to see. I'm so proud of you. Keep on doing the same thing. If you have any questions, again, just let me know. Do you notice I'm trying to fill in the whole entire background? I don't want to leave it. I don't have to worry about going over that crayon because, again, it will stay. And if you noticed in the video, I did use that white if I wanted something to stay white, so I didn't have to worry about that. And again, that's why the black crayon, it was to outline because it would stop the watercolor from creating color right there. I'm just, again, creating the background. You can use what color you want. I say let's do a solid color just because we want our beetles to pop. I've used that word a lot today. I guess that might be the word of the day here in the fake art studio at my house. Is we want everything to pop. Okay, so we finished. You can go back always to do it. And remember, since we're not using watercolor paper, we don't want to push down too hard with our brush. We want to use nice strokes, okay? So we don't want to tear our paper. Okay, guys, I will see you next week. Can't wait to see what you do with these. And have a wonderful week.